Terrorism, Congress, or Postal. Another bit of our future that is yet to unfold. The skylight in the Capitol dome that reflected our country's infancy and watched heaven was gone, replaced by metal and plaster. The transparency of the political arm of the world is now hidden from our Father in heaven. But what happens when you try to hide the truth? What happens when being watched should be more of your concern? So the mystery continues when the window glass and the doors of the chambers are fogged over by visions of the past, as well as our agonizing present and yet to be determined future. The selenium particles in the glass, energized as pictures, showcasing images of cold desert where the sands were obtained that would be burned to a clear surface. Images of ocean waves bombarding the shore with microscopic particles of worlds lost through timeless decay and erosion. Images showcasing Roman ships sinking at sea, or an image of a Northern Congress present in a young D.C., debating and passing freedom for a country's hostages of color, while the Southern half brews against the freedom. Succeeding from the Union is better than having their way of life dictated. Showcasing a world where the deaths of babies are caused by a surgical procedure, not because they couldn't be valued in our world, but rather because no one on either side could explain the moment a life begins. But maybe that should not have been their concern. Nothing starts in the middle. If there wasn't a seed of life at the beginning, then there never should have been a growth to be terminated. A fetus is not a tumor that needs to be surgically removed. It is not a cancer that needs chemotherapy or radiation treatment. It is simply a life growing within the womb for a fixed duration of time that once naturally removed allows a woman's body to return to normal and life goes on. Images of a near future continues as a soldier prepares to do battle with the door. A door where he does not see within the room because the images expressed on the glass have his thoughts and concentration transfixed, but can or should the glass be broken. The soldier steps back because this is a decision he does not want to make. Another soldier takes his place, but this soldier is also entranced with these images and more. Surprise is not an excuse for any military member in attendance. Hindsight is not an option. 4 planes took off from East Coast airports, and before their journeys ended, the Twin Towers, the World Trade Center in New York, were decimated, the Pentagon attacked, and a cornfield in Pennsylvania was introduced to the terrorism of our day. September 11th, 2001. These terrorists were successful only because our country gave up all accountability to those doing business in America. Our neglect allowed 3,000 people to lose their lives that day. No intuitive reasoning, out-of-the-box thinking allowed, because a crisis is just one method of proving one side of an argument is right. Nepotism and cronyism running wild, while promotions of the inept are more customary than promoting those of ability. The mean and cruel run our world today. They will cut back the pay of those doing the work, while raising the benefit those that simply fill a void in leadership. The right conclusions can never be made if the wrong person does not understand the solution. As long as we believe that it is all right for people to needlessly die, America will never be secure. Congress should be synonymous with the Postal Service because hail, rain, or snow does not stop their work. The only problem they have in getting to work is whether their drivers can manage the weather. Unfortunately, a lot of people were caught off guard thinking this was only going to be a small storm, nothing to be concerned about. Regardless, though, each side of the aisle's focus will be on why the early snow is taking effect, but never concluding it could get worse. The scientists on both sides promoting their sides' ideologies fail to mention the endowments received from their side supporters and what should happen to their compensation if suddenly their views supported a wrong conclusion. One side will simply discount the small snow flurry as nature's periodic fluctuation in weather patterns, but no one needs to be concerned, while the other side will insist that it is another sign that global warming does exist. Is the world round or flat? Ask the lobbyists that paid those scientists.